So this is kind of the second part of the video. I went a little longer the first time, hoping to kind of squeeze everything into what I wanted to say. I was a little late. Just, God, charismatic? Charismatic? How are you charismatic? You're a snake handling, husband adoring, authoritarian regime of right winged nut jobbery. Like, you are the equivalent of right wing conservative religious government controlling everything. I mean, back when Obama was president, this is what these Republicans are screaming about. Glenn Beck, Rush Limbaugh. You know, oh, there's no-go zones. These Muslims have taken over, and they want Sharia law. No, they don't. No, they don't. And the people on the left don't either. We don't. Us progressives don't want Sharia law. You want Sharia law. You want Sharia law. Don't deny it. If you could deny people abortions and to marry the people they love based on your religion, and you want your government to adhere to your religion, that's Sharia law. Sharia law. Sharia law. It's absolutely insane. These people blow my mind. I mean, they're just the type of people that go spewing QAnon theory crap to the world, the Alex Jones maniacs, and they're completely okay with these wackadoo Catholic Christian secret societies who abuse women, children, LGBTQ. They guise themselves as loving and accepting by all means. Oh my God, the Sharia law thing is just—it's insane. And unfortunately, there's not much you can really say to change my mind. I mean, you can try, by all means, put something in the comments, but Sharia law to me means you're using religion to write the laws of your nation. And you want all people, regardless of being part of that religion, to adhere to the laws based on your religion. I don't know what else that could be. I mean, Christ, it's absurd. Um, People still talk about the kid blood drinking lefty elite knuckling, jackasses like Bill Clinton, who, yeah, he absolutely went on Epstein's Island to screw underage girls. Of course he did. But they never say a word about Trump dancing awkwardly with Epstein as he eyeballs a young girl they can double team with their half erect members, syphilitic goddamn nut jobs, while they stare, she stares half doped out, on some cheap skag, wondering if her parents are even thinking about her anymore, or if anyone's even looking for her anymore. You can see him biting his lip because he's thinking about stuffing some of that rotten shalom into his daughter, but yet, he's saying nothing. Just more memes about Biden smelling some girl's hair, which is also creepy. But Christ, be consistent. Be consistent. It's not that hard, And just speaking of hypocrites, I mean, we're only going to touch on these subjects. They got to be short videos. There'll be a deep dive soon enough. Just for now, just the service level stuff. Like our vice president, part of one of the most heinous, disgusting groups of religious people in the world. I mean, these people are sick. They're on the same level as God hates the troops because guys like sucking, dick. They're the evangelicals. They've been around since the 60s. So they're some of the first people to start telling a left-wing person that their view on Palestinians not being tortured and shot is somehow anti-Semitic. Anti-Semitic. All the while, they're keeping their naughty little secret. They're not telling everybody. You want to hear it? They believe in the apocalypse. They want the apocalypse to happen because when the apocalypse happens, Jesus will come back down and float them all into heaven where they, wear angel wings and halos and sit on clouds or something. Oh my God. No, the end of the world, fire, brimstone, horsemen of the apocalypse, all that happy jazz So when this apocalypse happens, it's supposed to be triggered by a certain thing, multiple things, but one major thing is the Jews have their own homeland. You know, Israel. These conservative, like ex-Protestants, they figured out a way to play the crowd. They got this idea of marketing. They got it down pretty damn quick. They want you to see them a certain way while other things are going on behind the scenes. Behind the curtain, I guess you could say. Now, you can make the argument that they're just heavily involved in abolishing slavery, boosting up education, but let's take a quick look at that. Just because you believe in people being educated and not being slaves in chains, it doesn't mean that you're not being forced for labor and rape and other terrifying things I can't even begin to imagine. It doesn't mean you have different terrible plan for subjugating a people, like cheap labor or scapegoating for fear mongering for use to get yourself political power. So you give someone freedom from slavery, but you never let them own land, vote, buy anything. You keep them down. You use them in prison labor, and I mean, they're still slaves. It's all speculation. It's my opinion. Anyway, back to the truth. So evangelicals, they believe that when Jesus comes back and takes the true believers to heaven, they leave all the sinners behind for the apocalypse, Jews included, um, and the gays, of course, and everyone else who doesn't believe. So you got crackpots like Pence and his mother, and people who buy into this, imaging hook, line, and sinker, like Meghan McCain, to talk a big game about talking smack about BDS and the evil things that the dirty Palestinians do, deserving of being bombed and sniped and raped and forced to watch their homes being bulldozed because the people of Israel went through some horrific shit in World War II. Yeah, being forced to say Merry Christmas is somehow oppressing them. Apparently, that's the same thing. Weird, right? Anyway, so that's all for today. Just I want to do a deep dive, but the evangelicals and these people of praise, think about that. That's the highest form of government. She's going to be on the highest court of land in the land forever, for her entire life. This is a lifetime appointment. Pence is the vice president, and if he gets 2 more years, excuse me, I had dry mouth apparently, 2 more years, 4 more years, just think of the damage that this guy wants to do. They've already got people lined up with lawsuits against anything LGBT, anything for Obamacare or any national health plan whatsoever. They've got them all lined up for federal courts because they know the federal courts will just say, can't rule on this, we're going to kick it up to the Supreme Court. And now that they've got the Supreme Court, they're all ready. They've got paperwork filed, everything set, ready to go, just so they can figure out how to stop this and, get on top of it, get on the ball, make sure you can't marry the people you love, so stay safe, everyone. Wear a mask. If you're going to join a cult, make sure it's a cool one. Maybe one that offers snacks. Maybe one with Kool-Aid.